Blessed ones of the nations of the world. One more time, thus is your brother Dan Moses, or say, your Sakodi of TRC, Ghana, coming to you with the continuation of our exposés, Testimony, New World Disorder. But before we begin, we want to welcome each other by saying, Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitam, welcome, Ganjoli, Benvindo, you are welcome, Kuso, Diwo, Tusanyu Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, no, O Sanu, de Zua, Elkwan de Hena, Mitas, Duburo, Pezalovat, Bine Ivinit, Barigarus, Vita Iche, Ayubon, Dobridoya, Velkommen, Estan, Hozot, Walang, Anuman, bienvenido, Namaste, Swagitan, Kus, Hamadid, Baruch, Haba, Marhaba, Huangyong Haminida, Huangying, Nyejeko, Anyamime Nyejeko, We Zolo, Novio, Mia Wezo, Akwaba to the program. Testimony New World Disorder. Testimony New World Disorder is the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in these times of about deception, delusion, and willful lies that are made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world. Yet, for almost 2 decades now, in worship of the extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent Daniel Jezebel Babylon Caesar, they have dealt with humanity by willful lies, deception, and delusion. And then they having landed America, Ghana, and the nations of the world into this global helplessness, with Ghana and America being the center for the global evil pursuit. The government of Nana Addo Dankwa Bawumia, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, they have made Ghana and America the center of the global evil pursuit. But we must always remember that the ulterior agenda that the worshippers of the extremely dangerous US undercover agent are pursuing against the human race is an agenda to seek to take over your soul, the souls of the entire human race. That is what they are doing to us, and every other thing that we see has happened within the past almost 2 decades now. They are just a diversionary tactics, inflicting on us all kinds of hardship and wickedness. They are all diverted us. So it is time for you to make up your mind where you would like to spend eternity, as to whether we will let the soul takers, soul thieves, upon all the evil that they inflict on the human race. You want them to take over the ownership of your soul and lead you to damnation in hellfire after life or here on earth, or you want to spend eternity in the kingdom of heaven. So it is time for you to make up your mind. Christ is my Lord. I'll come back to the program. Testimony, New World Disorder. This is expose part 17, and it's being recorded on the 15th of October 2024, Tuesday. Part 17, taking back our franchise and our nation. We have seen expose part 1, 2, 3 up to this 17. We are just to continue watching them chronologically. America, we would want to Ghana as well, all of us humanity, we want to say good job and kudos to the Black Stars of Ghana. Today, the 15th of October 2024, they had played Sudan in the land of Libya, and they lost to Sudan by 2 goals to 0 in a foreign nation. However, we want to stand with all our soul, our hearts for the Black Stars of Ghana, for their love, for their love for their nation and their people, their dedication for the Black Stars, and we appreciate you so much. We would want to want to acknowledge that Otto Addo, upon all his failure and disappointment of the Black Stars and non-performance, he was fired. And yet he was, because he has political links with politicians and big men in Ghana, he was reappointed to come be the head of the Black Star team, and he took us to Libya to play Sudan, which is in a war situation for almost 2 decades now, and on the land of Libya, we were humiliated, trashed very well. 2 goes to nothing. You know why? God wants to ask the leaders the government of Nana-Addo Bawumia government, GFA, that if Otuado deserves a callback to continue his non-performance, what evil did Kevin Prince Boateng, Sule Muntari do to the Black Stars that demand that we must get rid of them from the Black Star, seeking to destroy their international career as footballers? What evil did Dede Ayew do to us that we so ungrateful had to get rid of him and even seek to destroy his international career by telling the world that he is an old horse, he's too old and he's not needed in the Black Star? How evil? What wrong did Christian Atsu do to us for us to let his life be cut short in the land of Turkey under the guise of Turkey earthquake in a terrorism? They killed him and covered up by the government of Nana-Addo Dankwa. If you are a Black Star player, would you be happy as to how your own nation and the leaders treat you as a Ghanaian? Would you be happy? You don't compel them to play. You don't demand of them performance because you are in charge. You understand? You treat them with dignity as human. You value their lives. And then they continue to play for the love of the game, not for your money. You understand? It is time for the Ghanaian people to be respected, to be valued in their own land and in foreign lands. That is what God is teaching us. The imams, faithful and true, the reverend ministers of the gospel, faithful and true, traditional leaders, noble ones, they know so well that the evil that has been pursued by the government of Nana-Addo Dankwa in worship of the extremely dangerous US undercover agent, the United Nations, they know, office of the UN Secretary General, they know that Ghana, because of the evil and the wickedness of the leaders, we are under the curse because of the deeds of our own leaders. Look at how we treated Christian Atsu, Dede Ayew, Muntari, Sule, how we treated Kevin Prince Boateng. If you were God, would you be happy about that? That's what God is asking them. Now, look at how our rivers have been turned into. Our noble women are giving birth with all kinds of birth defect because of the wickedness of our leaders against our own people. They have no regard for our land and our people. Our national currency has been totally destroyed. Yet the politicians think they are smarter than God. They want to continue making a fool of the Ghanaian people, that our suffering doesn't exist. So they play on our minds with gold for oil, and it became yet another bullshit. Then they are playing our minds with gold coin. You understand? That is the game they want to play against us now. The United Nations knows that the reason why our finances are shut, the economy everywhere. You see, there was a Ghanaian whose heart was bleeding for how wicked our leaders have become, and they were destroying everything of our land and our national currency. And he stood before the world and held the Ghanaian currency and lamented before the nations of the world. That was the beginning of the woe of our national currency. And the United Nations, knowing that they have done this evil to our nation in the worship of the extremely dangerous US, began to rock the world immediately when the Ghanaian did that at the White House. That is 2020. They started locking down because they know that Ghana is in a state of emergency because of the evils against the Ghanaian people by their leaders, by the government, Nana-Addo Bawumia. In 2021, we say, yes. So they began to lock down the world. Humanity and the nations of the world. Akwaba to the program. Testimony, New World Soda. Uh, we want the Ghanaian people to understand that the Moody's and Fitch, because this IMF and all this World Bank, they can continue to do the ugly bid of the traitors within the United States who have destroyed our nation in cahoot with traitors against Ghana and be patting the back of the politician. You are fine. Your national currency is doing good. Your economy is fine. While they totally ignore the plight of we the people. But they know within their hearts that the nation, because of the wickedness of the leaders against their own citizens, have brought a curse on our land. And it is time for Ghana to make a decision as to whether we will choose the mercy of God or the judgment of God to continue. Acquire to the program Testimony New World Disorder. Let's get back to the extremely dangerous US undercover agent. After the medical terrorism, we heard a noise behind one of the terrorists called Paco. He is whom they know no law. So after the medical terrorism was committed by her cloud9 sex, living in fear of pregnancy for me, her worshippers, Ban Ki-moon and their cronies, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Kamala, Hillary Clinton, all of them, Kamala Harris, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's terror network. This is what they decided to do. In spite of the falsification of the medical records against me, I still maintain a perfect heart towards the undercover agent and my children. That crime was committed against me and the abduction of my children. By the time I have just returned from Ghana to the US, and I hadn't been started work. Yet, with the little money that I had on me, while my children has been abducted by her, every month I would put, every week I would put like 100 Ghana in our joint accounts with Bank of America off the Middlebrook Road and the Germantown Road, Bank of America branch. We had a joint account in the name of Osei Sarkodie and Daniel Caesar. Yes, that account, every week I'll put like 100 Ghana with a little that I had on me while I looked for. Yeah. The worshippers of the extremely dangerous, the Ban Ki-moon and his cronies, traitors within the United Nations, Barack Obama and his administration, Joe Biden, and the terror of Nana Addo Dankwa, they orchestrated quickly that no, we have to think smart. If, in spite of all the heinous crime that she has committed, seeking to get me, plotting to get me linked, getting me kidnapped, abducting my children, engaging in extramarital sex, medical terrorism against me, and yet I still maintain a perfect heart towards my children. It's a shame to them, you understand? If there is record that I'm still supporting my children, where I don't know whether she has killed them and eaten them, or I don't know where they are. I put the money in the account and she will take it. They told her, go and close their bank accounts. It goes against us. And then she closed the joint account so that I can have no way of supporting my children. And then their next agenda that they orchestrated is when I had God opened the door for me, I got a job and I started working. They orchestrated that they should use the same robbery court in cahoot with the Child Support Division of the state of Maryland, which is just directly opposite to the Rockville Circuit Court, Maryland. The Child Division Support is 51 Monroe Street, and the Rockville Court is just a single street between the two buildings. They made a Child Support Division, orchestrated, come out with a fictitious document, invite me to the court, invite me to the Child Division with the undercover agent. For the first time I saw her, okay, and then they made, from the document they had asked me that I should bring my pay stubs for them to ascertain, tell me how much I'm making. Now they want to legitimize shamelessly to demand money payment, like over 50%, about 55% of my income every month to the extremely dangerous US undercover and her boyfriend. in the name of my two tortured and abducted children. Okay, I took my documents. He said we are going for hearing at the court. They will need my pay stub to determine how much I will have to pay. And when at the office, the staff, the child support division called Julia, with whom they were going to commit the crime, at the back of the court. They made her print a document. The undercover agent was sitting. I've given them a case that she pretending calculating, using some calculation on her computer, printed a document, one-page paper for me to sign. Sign the paper, and then she's working on the other documents. And then when I signed the paper, I gave it to her. She printed the entire document, attached it to the single document, and told me to go wait at the reception. And in cahoot with the undercover agent, told her to leave the office quickly because she has been able to buy setup, gotten my signature, and she has added fictitious document demanding that I have approved that I should be robbed over 55% of my income every month for the undercover agent. So I, after waiting on the reception for a while, I went to the receptionist. I asked, I've been waiting. Can she check on the Julia staff for me? She said, oh, my spouse is gone, and the Julia lady has gone to the court, the wrongful court. I descended quickly to go to the court to go. Why is we are going for hearing? Why is she gone? And why is the woman gone to the court without me? When she asked me to wait, I went to the court, and shamelessly she was standing with other court staff, narrating how she was, by setup, was able to criminally get my signature and has brought the document for a judge to approve for my income to be robbed me for my killer, the abductor of my children. What a shame. I went straight to the clerk's office, told them how criminally the Julia woman has acted. A staff of the court walking behind me just said, this is a crime, this is criminal. They committed this crime in cameras. And then they asked me to, they will take me to a judge for the judge to hear my cause. They sent me to a court in a room. I and the judge, they are plotted with the judge that the judge will tell me that I have my signature on the document, so there's nothing that could be done. Can we imagine that? The same court that was used for the medical terrorism against me, crimes upon crimes, Barack Obama and his administration, disregard for the court and the law, that same court was used to commit this crime. Ghana, according to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. After that crime has been committed, irrespective, I still, every month, they would deduct from my paycheck, they would deduct from my paycheck from source. I don't even, they deduct it directly from my income. But at the point, the undercover agent still was bent on getting me killed and destroyed. I go to work, and then she would come meet with my landlord behind me. So her name was Mary A. Miller. While I am at work, then they should plot and find criminal charge to put a false accusation on me and put me in jail. So eventually, they were doing this evil with her worshippers, traitors within the office of the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon, and traitors within the United Nations, the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., the terror net of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Barack Obama, Joe Biden administration, and the traitors against America. They made with the Montgomery County Police, they plotted. One day, I was about relocating from the home. So they quickly, the day that I've gotten another person, I had to relocate because of the terror and torture against me at that home and the evil plot of the undercover. Where I've gone to the work with the woman to seek to lay a criminal charge against me and put me in jail. They generated a fraudulent warrant on the same day that I was packing my stuff to leave the home, to quickly come handcuff me and go and put me to jail without right for trial. Then did we hear that? For nothing wrong that I've done. From that day, I decided that I will not pay a penny to the killer, to my killer, and the abductor of my children, Barack Obama. I will not pay a penny to the Rockville court. I will not pay. You have my address on records, and yet you use a fictitious address that you are looking for me and you can't find me. You came to my home with a fictitious warrant and put me to jail without right for trial. Barack Obama and his administration, the Ban Ki-moon and his tenure of Secretary General Staff, with a terror network of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo traitors in Ghana, they decided that if anytime they are demanding the payment of the money from me, they generate. If I go to work in any company, irrespective of the fraudulent money has been established, fraud has been established that they deduct for any company that I go to work, they have to officially serve the company with a legal document that they are coming to rob me of my income before they start to do that. So they decided that any company I go to work, that they will come to rob me if I will not yield. Then what they will do is they will start killing my people of Ghana. That was the beginning of the killing of our jealous politicians, religious, kill us indiscriminately, kill my family members. I'll give us a list in the next step. I'll give a list of our noble people. The same week when they are demanding to, anytime they are demanding to get me robbed for the undercover agent, and I say I will not yield to that. You can take over my job. I will not yield. I will not work as a slave for my killer. I will not do that. The person that have abducted my children, I will not do that. The person that committed medical terror, the person that have engaged in, I will not do that. Have been killing my people of Ghana. I will not do that. So they decided that I'll give it a list. Anytime they want to make up that attempt, and I refuse, they have to kill innocent Ghanaians, including Major Mahama. You understand? They wanted to take my money. I said, I will not yield. They killed him. They burnt him to ashes. I'll give us the list of how many people they have killed in such a manner. To the point of July, when Ban Ki-moon and his company, ExxonMobil, they are colluded with an undercover agent. That on my birthday, 18th of July 2022, they should come to the company with a fictitious document, hide it, and they made the company claim that they have a birthday present for me. While their one hand was giving me the birthday present, the manager, his one hand, Ban Ki-moon, the racist, his terror counterparts, his fellow terror counterpart haters from South Korea with racism in their soul. I'm not talking about the people of South Korea. I'm talking about racists who did this evil. They are giving me a birthday present and getting me a document to sign that I will accept for them to be robbing me of my income. I said, no, I will not yield to this. They say, then we are taking your job from that. I said, okay, take the job. And I departed for America, back to Ghana. Guess who they killed when I refused to yield? Within 4 months. July, August. That was 2023. July. We are talking about 2023, not 2022. July, August, September, October, November. They killed my brother Samuel Sarkodie. Okay. I quite about the testimony. We shall continue next week. I will give us astounding records as to how many people they have killed because I refuse to subject to their fraud against me upon the killing of my people and their heinous crime. Total shame on banking. God bless you. And God bless our homeland Ghana. Shame on Akufo-Addo, Mahmoud Bawumia, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, all of you that kill for global gain.